Good day, everyone. This is Gigi. I called 2 losses today. So I got on with the team to show them why we lost. I really shouldn't have been calling trades and I really shouldn't have gone against my bias. I hadn't slept, but while we were on, I said that I expected the market to pull back to here and then buy up. A couple of people did take the trade, um, and that's up. It is up 11R. I didn't call it as an official signal, so it won't go in my wins and losses. So like Friday we had 20R, yesterday we had like 10R. Today some of the other signal callers called trades on GBP AUD and Euro JPY and got 2 or 3R. I was down 2R at half risk. I called half risk and had 2 losses. So I'm just going to call it 2R, and it was a 1% loss from my trades today. Trading psychology, you can't let days like this phase you. You just can't. You're going to have losing days, and having the discipline to take your losses and walk away is what's going to determine if you stay in this long term. Big wins, small losses. So if you're up 20R for 2 weeks and you come in and lose 2R, who cares? That's like having $20 and losing $2. It doesn't make you broke. Okay. All right. So coming up next, we're going to cover the losses that I called, because I'm not going to be one of those traders who sits here and pretends that I win trades all the time. There's no such thing. All right. So stay tuned and like, subscribe, turn on the notifications. And if the channel grows, we'll start doing more lives and more sessions. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. All right. Trading involves risk. Never risk more than you can afford to lose. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. Let's take a look at the market. All right. So what happened with NAS? NAS gave us a clear break of structure and an order block, but it ran liquidity. That's why I put it half risk, because we know we're still in a bullish market. I was hoping after it took liquidity, it would give us another sell entry, but unfortunately it didn't. And I'm upset about US 30 because I saw the setup before news and didn't call it because I didn't want to get us in before news. So we could have been up here at 8:35, and I didn't want to call it before news. Now I wish I had. That would have been the play of the day. So it's already fallen. Well, I was hoping we would get a retest to the top, but it broke structure here, so I gave us another half risk entry. And it's just going sideways right now. So I'm like, hey, we jump on and see the winners. Let's jump on and see the losers too and see what we missed. So NAS during election year tends to rally. That's just something I am learning from some fundamentals trading that I'm taking. But we did have a clear 5-minute break of structure. Was trying to get in on this order block, but NAS played us today. Gave up 0.5% risk. Hoping US 30 decides to go ahead and continue and retest the bottom here. So that's why we just entered half risk there. We could have probably, let's see. See, NAS is doing the same thing as, SPX is doing the same thing as NAS, except it did give a sell. Like if we had sold it, we could have made some money off that one, but it's rallying up as well. We go to CSNBC. NAS is making me mad. NAS is acting all kind of fool lately. See what they got on the board for today. So you see NAS is going up 153 points. Dow is 39. S&P 500 is 26. So NAS is still really strong. Netflix is strong. So that is why we got played on that. Market is always right. So let's see what NAS is doing now. So yeah, we got in because of this breaker structure and got in on this order block retest, and it just totally disrespected our trade. And US 30 missed it from the top. It was a beautiful setup. But I didn't want to get a trade in before news. So let's see this little trade here. If it drops down to here, we got a possible 5R. We only need 1R to go break even. Well, actually, we're up for the day if you took the trades that Dinah called and that J Cross called, because they all played out, hit like 1R, 2R. I don't know how far they went. I was asleep. I know EJ went 2R. I didn't check on the others. But this is what we're in now. It broke here using this breaker block entry. But again, it's just accumulating. Dinah, how many R's? Do you know how many R's the signals went that you called? I know.
Mine went 1R, and the JPY, what your JPY went 2R. It retested the entry and then dropped again. So mad I didn't recall it.
Yeah. It's a news week. So I mean we're still up for the week. We got like 10R one day. We just need a 2R on this to be break even on the indices. Well, we'll be up. We need 1R to be break even on the indices for today, and we call these at half risk. But there's more news, more news, more news. Y'all know I'm trying to just study this S&T divergent stuff. And so from what I learned today, um, here, US 30 took the the London high, and it took the London liquidity, and it dropped. So I'm going to make a note of that in my notes. And you see here, NAS never took Asian liquidity. S&P 500, they took the high and then they came back and took the liquidity. So NAS is the only one not playing by the rules, which again, of course, like I always say, the market is always right. So took that loss today. That's what happens when you trade against an extremely bullish market. Sometimes, though, it's worked in our favor all week except for today. Um, News is good. It gives us volatility, but honestly, the play is going to happen. Whatever the market intends to do is going to do it, whether the news is there or not. So if y'all want to get out of this US 30, that's fine. Because it still needs to retest. I wanted to get in at the top. Like came back on that 1 hour. That's what we should have waited for. See, that's the one in FOMO trades. And I started not to even trade today because I didn't sleep good last night, but I swear we should have waited probably to get in up there. So that's why I went half risk on both, because they weren't the setups that I wanted. The setup that I wanted on US 30 was at the top and it had already played out, and then the retest. So y'all know I have winning streaks, and then I'll come in and have a bad day. So I'm not worried about it. We'll get it back. Is it worth trading? I'm not chasing that. So it is what it is. I gave back 1% today. If this hits stop loss. Once I have a trade, I let it play. Because I don't ever risk, so I'm not concerned about it hitting stop loss. I'll trade again tomorrow. Or if I see another setup today that it's just tasty and irresistible. But since y'all are up on the Forex pairs, and we know we got more news this week, this is just something to go down in my journal. I'll go back and write it all out today. I have like a notebook and I'll handwrite it out. And I'll go back and see what I missed. But now I know that I could have taken this trade pre-news because structure actually played out. So I'm salty that I sat here. I was like, dang, I need to call this, but I don't want to call it because of news. So 9:30 tapped us into this 8:30 pre-market move. So we had the 8:30 pre-market move, 9:30 tapped us into it, and then news finished pushing it down. Let's see what it was going after. What did it go after? Nothing really. It wasn't a huge move. We see on the 4 hour, no structure was broken. It's just a short-term move. And we see that 1 hour didn't close below this. So it's probably going to just keep buying. Don't know what it will do, but it would have been higher probability had this closed below this. It would have been a higher probability trade. So this right here, you want it to close below this for a higher probability. And so as soon as it closed, it started selling off, but you see now it's retracted. Came to this right here. And let's see. It's already traded above that wick. It's tapped into this wick. So it closed the imbalance. It just closed the imbalance. And y'all, the only way you're going to learn to be a better trader is to sit here and watch this stuff happen. Um, and the more you mark it out on your charts, like, hey, this is what the market did today, and then go make a note. See, it closed the imbalance there. Let's see what happens. Look, there you go. Stop loss hits. This is why, like big days like Friday, make all your money back. Like when you get the 15 and 20 hour days. I'm down 1 hour, but I had a 20 hour day Friday, so the 1 hour doesn't upset me at all. That's the thing about emotions. You can't get upset when you have a loss because the market is always right. And if you don't over risk, then you don't have anything to worry about. If you don't over risk, you don't have anything to worry about. I started to call this buy after it did what it did. Too late to call it now. I won't get in this late. Like we should have got in when this 5 minute pullback. Yeah, that was and see that's the bad thing about counter trend trading is you get one-sided on the market, and then you miss when this comes back up. That's why I hate calling counter trend trades. And I told myself today, I said, don't call any counter trend trades. Let's wait for the freaking trend to go back. So, but I wanted y'all to understand why we got in those trades and why we lost them. It will make you become a better trader to understand. Yeah. So this right here failed to break lower. See, and you got all this wick exhaustion going up. It came back, traded through that order block, main breaker block, retested. See what it looked like on the 1 minute. No, it is what it is. A loss is a loss and a win is a win. Live to trade another day. Dang. S&P 500 took off too. So the market remains bullish. We've known that all along. Even here on CNBC, they're telling us it's a bullish market. NASDAQ, that's a rally. It's up 183 points for the day. Dow Jones is now, y'all see earlier we were at 35. It's already jumped to 120. Had I not taken two back-to-backs, even though it was half risk, I should have called that US 35 when I saw it setting up. I forgot I called them half risk. Shit, we could have got in. But anyway, it is what it is. I show y'all the winners. I'm gonna show you the losers too, because they're just as important as the winners. You learn more from the losers than you do from the winners because the winners make you feel confident. The losers will make you open your eyes and pay attention and be like, here's what I missed. Let me not miss that again. So let's do a top-down analysis on US 30. I'm looking for. Okay. We see overall monthly, weekly are bullish, daily maintained yesterday's close. Okay. So the sell was just to induce, but it maintained yesterday's close. If it continues rallying, it could take out the all-time high. Well, I'm saying I'm saying NAS. This is US 30, guys. I told y'all, this sleep deprivation is getting the best of me. Jesus. This is US 30. US 30 yesterday had a rally, then a base. It's rallying again today. It could take out this high. It's maintaining the low of yesterday. The close, the body close is what I'm looking at. Okay, you see it went slightly into yesterday's close. And so let's see what yesterday's close was here on this chart. Get rid of this crap. I'll bet this is it. And I'll bet that's why I had it there. Sheesh. See, there it is right before your eyes. See, if you go back and do this, you're going to be like, that's what I missed. That's what I freaking missed. Okay. Again, this right here, the losing trades is what's going to make you a better trader. It's not the winning trades that make you a better trader. It's this right here. Okay, that was your daily close yesterday. Right underneath that daily close, we had this on the 4-hour. Market sold down to retest that. And there it is on the 1-hour. And there it is on the 30-minute. So you want to know why it sold down there. There it is on the 15-minute and the 5-minute. That same zone. And you see there, the blue is the close of yesterday. Looking at the 1 minute. So, like, I'm not trading anymore today, but they could come down and retest this and then go up. So this right here, I should have done that top down before getting in, but that's why we lost this one. Okay, had I taken the news, we could have got the counter trend sell, and had I redone my top down analysis, we could have got back in the buy. Did that make sense to everyone? I'm trading sleepy, stayed up till like 3 or 4 o'clock, then got up at 7 o'clock, which is not good. All right, so let's see how we lost this NAV. Monthly, continuing bullish. It's time to update this. This is old. Sorry, I had to check my phone. Monthly bullish, weekly bullish, daily bullish. Got a rally, base rally. All right. So here's yesterday's close. So this is yesterday's close. It shot right through it. It came back, retested the previous high that it had taken out, and it just rallied from there. So when it resisted yesterday's close, I was anticipating it could come retest this and then bounce higher, but they showed no mercy. Here was, I think, in here where we were selling from. Let's see. Yep. Again, like days like Friday, they gave us like the 20R moves are how we survive the small losses. We get the small losses and we get the big wins. I can't even remember where I called the signal from now. Oh, up here. Up here is where I called the signal from. After it took the liquidity, I was thinking after we got a break, we would get a retest and we could trade up. But this is where we got in. Because a lot of times after they take the previous day's high, they'll give a retest, but they didn't. So that is why we had the 1% loss on indices today. Any questions on any of that? I see, like yesterday, we got in a trade and it retested and we got in again and got double wins, like 2 1,800 pip moves. So we had small losses, big wins. So, all right, guys. Excuse me.
I got a question.
Yep.
So when it comes to news, I know like you say, to protect our profits before it comes out. But how do we know if the news is going to be good or bad? Like, do we know
Honestly, the
in
only
advance?
time you need to worry about whether the news is good or bad is when it regardless if you go back and back test the news, you're gonna notice the news comes out good and it acts as if it's bad. Sometimes the news comes out bad and it moves as if it's good. They're really just looking for liquidity. They look
Gotcha.
for the liquidity grabs. Like we had a trade on gold that was like this, and then it had the equal lows. And then like down here, we had an order block and news came out and it wicked it. And I called a trade and gold flew up like 300 pips. Uh, they go for the liquidity. The news, when you're swing trading, you want to know if there's overall a bearish sentiment or a bullish sentiment so you can hold your trades long term. But when you're trading on a daily basis, looking for entries, follow the liquidity. Follow the liquidity grabs. They already know what they're going to do before the news comes out. So it could go either way, honestly. They already know what they plan on doing. Um, and y'all, like I told y'all, 9 out of 10, if I lose a trade, it's because I go against the daily bias and trying to catch those pullbacks. But you see, we make a lot of money on those pullbacks. Um, but then we miss the reason I hate calling the pullbacks is because, like I said, the market's going up and you're selling that pullback. You get so focused on this that you miss this. So that's why I don't like calling a lot of indices trades. I like calling the ones like we caught Friday, that give us the huge moves that are going with the trend. Like, let's go back to Friday. Let me see. We got in Friday here. So see what I mean? The news brought us back down. We got in and wrote it up. We didn't try to catch this. We caught this. Then yesterday we caught this and missed this. So you see what I'm saying? When we focused on the trend, we got the big move. When we took the counter trend, we got it, but then we missed this. Does that make sense? So if this doesn't break the high, we could get another, maybe like this. I still would like to see it come down here and catch that. But that's how counter trend trading can get you trapped up, because this happened and we missed this, which this didn't break the high. I'm wondering why Dow's not breaking the high. Um, I have to go read and see what's going on. But we got a clear new high on NAS and a clear new high on S&P 500, but not on the Dow. I'm gonna be mad. Look, y'all know I'm gonna be salty if this plays out when I had it marked saying it's gonna do this and then this. I'm gonna be mad, but I ain't playing. I ain't playing with the market no more today. I'm done. I gave my little 1% back. That's all they getting from me. They ain't getting all my money back. Live to play another day. Psychology is what will keep you in the game. As so the thing about when the market creates all-time highs, you want to get in on pullbacks. So it could, if it came down to here, maybe look for continued buys. But I think there's more news tomorrow. I'm tired. I need to take a nap and then come regroup. Okay. Tomorrow there's news, GDP will move the market, and there's Friday news. So the smartest thing would be to trade the pullbacks until there's an obvious break. But again, it's an election year, and NAS tends to rally. It's seasonal rally. It's like I'll have to read y'all from my notes. Like I said, I was studying from somebody who's heavy in fundamentals, because y'all know I've never been a fundamental trader. But the reason I'm getting into fundamentals is because of the swing trades, not because of the daily trades. The daily trades, they're just going to grab the liquidity. I hope I'm making sense, because y'all, I'm sleepy. Y'all noticed the last 3 days I've been sleepy. I've been waking up during London and I don't know why, or not able to go to sleep. So I'm going to try to, I know like Dinah and John and some of them are getting up trading in London. I'm going to try this year. I'm trying to transition my sleep hours to where I go to bed, get up and trade London, stay up for New York, and then go back to bed. The only reason I didn't do it is because right now I'm still having to drive my grandson to high school in the mornings. He'll have his license in 2 or 3 months, and then I won't have to worry about that break in between. And so once he gets his license, I'm going to start getting up at like 2:30 and trading from like 2:30 to 11:30, so we can catch the London moves and the New York moves. And I'll go to bed at like 12 or 1 that afternoon, take a nap, and then get back up that evening. That's what I used to do. I used to get up and trade London, and then in between take a little break, and then trade New York, and then call it a day. And that's another reason I'm considering moving to another time zone. When I was in Alaska and we were 4 hours behind, trading London was so easy. When I was overseas in the Middle East, trading New York was easy because we were calling it a day when New York was like, unless you are at home. Dinah, he does Uber sometimes. And somebody said they're moving to Spain. Unless you're at home, it's hard to trade London and New York. Like if you telework or remote work, or you have a job where you can be on the computer, it's hard to trade London and New York unless you're at home or you're in another time zone. Here on the East Coast, it's hard. So I'm going to have to adjust my sleep to it. Does anybody else have any questions? Oh yeah. Andy's telling y'all that Savvy is teaching hot zones tonight. Everybody, mastery and novice, be on there, be on there, be on there. All right, because again, the TA and the hot zones is for you people who are busy, especially. I mean, it's for everybody, but if you're busy and you're good at marking your zones and getting your trades, then you definitely want to capitalize off hot zone. Didn't I tell y'all? Look at there. It hit it and rallied. Hot almighty. See, my discipline is sitting here not letting me trade. I've had the days where I chased every single move and I would make a lot of money and then give a lot of money back. Like when I was chasing every single move, I'd make so much money. Then you would give money back. Yep. So do y'all see why this reacted off here? Now, this here didn't close below this. Let's see if that's another smart money trap. This did not take this out. After we watch this, we'll get off if it doesn't take too long. We've been on 38 minutes. Let's see what it does. This is when order blocks don't work. It's not a high probability order block. It's not a high probability supply zone. It didn't break any structure. It didn't take out any opposition. So like before I really understood high probability order blocks, I would enter there. There's people who are just like out there entering on every order block because they don't understand um, a lot of things like that. Excuse me, y'all. So see, this right here took out a level, took out, it came up to this one. So that's why this is more powerful than this. That makes sense? This, there was a break of structure, took out opposition. This caused no break of structure and didn't take out any levels. Did any of y'all get in on this? Because I know sometimes y'all do. Yes, I'm about to get me some sleep. I have church tonight. I have praise and worship practice, and I have Bible study. And then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna leave church early tonight. God forgive me in advance. Did anybody get on this? Because I know I marked it and said it would buy from there. And I told y'all I wasn't getting on. Because sometimes when we get on these sessions, people do get on. So Daniel said he got in. I'll go ahead and move to break even. Go now, like right here. I've been on so many of these sessions like this covering a trade that didn't play out, and I'm like, hey, I expected to do this, and I don't get in, but a couple of people on there do. But Neil said he's done for the day. Yep, you can use Brandy's charts for zones, Eric's charts for zones, use your educators' charts for zones that we cover on the sessions. So I just wanted to stay on here long enough to show y'all in person why this was an invalid order block. Does everybody understand that now? Does everybody understand why this order block did not hold, but why this one gave a reaction? Let's see. And like I know people who scout these lower time frames and get about 5 to 10 positions a day. And so like if you had taken this and you put your stop loss below, like that's like already a freaking 4 or 5R. Like it just ran the liquidity of that. You would have had a 5R on this 1 minute entry. So yeah, this works for you doing your personal trades, but it doesn't work for calling signals because people are busy. People have different prices on their brokers, and these are not good for calling signals unless you're anticipating this. So good job, Daniel, getting in on that. Like it's probably going to run back up. All right, so now, so I'm glad we did go live. Y'all got to see this versus this. Y'all got to see this. What is this? Anybody? Something that I teach and I missed. I teach this, and this is like my signature setup, and I missed it. And so this, I should have waited to call this, and we could have had a retest and got another entry, right? But this is why I said you learn from your losses. Had I not lost that trade, I probably wouldn't have came back and seen all this. So now to teach once is to learn twice. I learned from my mistakes today. But it's not a good market today. They got more news tomorrow. Um, like I said, it would have been a good market had I called. Market's always right. Had I called this sale that I saw that was plain as day, but I didn't call it because of news. Now see, that 1 minute played out, but now you have what if your 5 minute comes here to retest this? So there's layers to it. Like I said, the domino effect, it could easily come back here to retest this and then give a move to the upside. Um, It could just be grabbing liquidity from all sides today and doing like that, and then finally move. So just let it play out. Let the market do what the market do and wait for the next clean setup. All right, y'all. I appreciate you. Do y'all want me to upload this video? Was it of any value? So Neil said yes. Daniel said yes. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. I am definitely gonna take a nap. I gotta get prepared for church tonight and I'm tired. I need to get my rest so we can crush it Thursday and Friday. All right, y'all have a blessed week. Well, a blessed Wednesday. Happy hump day. And I'll see y'all in the charts. On the charts and in the chat. See, I still can't. Like yesterday I was tired. Today I'm tired. I gotta get used to this trading every day again because it's a lot of work. All right. Thank you guys. Appreciate you.